the character work in this episode. Chop bell.
Woke up this morning, feeling that shine. Whole team got the glow, You can see it in the stride. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Got me feeling brand new, feeling brand new. Yeah.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd, and today we are tapping in with another review of The Last of Us Season 2. This time we are reviewing Episode 3. Episode 2 was a doozy. It was a doozy. Beautifully crafted episode. Episode 3 was emotional. Oddly satisfying. Episode 3 had a lot of character work in it that I really enjoyed. But it pretty much picks up where the last one left off. We pretty much see the aftermath of Jackson, the battle, the bodies burning on the outside. We see Tommy have an emotional moment. There's a lot of emotional moments with no words spoken that really spoke volumes. Excuse me. And we see Tommy having a moment with Joel's unalived body in the coroner's office. And we see even the coroner kind of having a moment as she's attempting to do her job. And it's just kind of like, man, they really just went through a lot and lost a lot of people. And the one person they didn't expect to lose, they lost, and Joel. And it's just sad, man. The reality really sets in this episode, and we see, of course, Ellie wake up in the hospital, still traumatized from what she saw. Wakes up screaming, just revisualizing what happened to Joel. We see, man, it's just sad, bro. They do a time skip. It looks like it was, I want to say 3 months later. And we see the town rebuilding. We see Tommy working. We see Jesse working. We see Ellie finally getting out of the hospital. We see her go back home. And we see Dina meet her at the crib and pretty much offer her a peace offering, some cookies. And was just like, she was like, what's the cookies for? You're about to get mad at me. And pretty much reveals that what she told Ellie in the hospital was actually a lie. She did actually remember all the faces, all the names to everybody that was involved. And goes down the list, draws out the little icon for the logo for the patch that was on the bag, for the Washington Liberation Front, and gives her all the information that she knows, even shows excuse me, on a map where they could be. And Ellie takes that information to Tommy. As much as he wants revenge for his brother, he's like, we gotta float this up the proper channels, because we need a real team to go after them if we're gonna go after them. Which, smart. Shout out to Tommy. We see them have a town hall meeting. That gets emotional. We see perspectives from the citizens of the town of Jackson. And we see both arguments kind of being presented. And we see the argument against why they shouldn't go, why they should just forgive and forget. And then we see a surprising candidate, shout out to Seth, give his thoughts on why we need to go after them and just really support and back Ellie and just her plea and her ploy to get revenge, pretty much. And even Ellie gives a speech, and it was just a beautiful moment. Now, of course, the town of Jackson votes to say no. But of course, that wasn't going to satisfy Ellie, so she's already prepping to go ahead and leave. Dina pops in on her, surprising her with an actual plan to leave. And actually is assisting her in leaving and is going to go with her. And Seth ends up swapping out as they meet at the gate. Sniper rifles with her. He's like, hey, trust me, trade. This one's better. It kind of sends her on her way. and reveals he got the slow bot because he got hit with some friendly fire on New Year's. So they end up leaving. Her and Dina on horseback. They end up leaving. They end up stopping by Joel's grave, or the grave of where they bury everybody from the town, which is 10 miles south of the town. And we see Ellie just have a beautiful moment of like last goodbyes with Joel at his gravesite, and it was touching. No words were spoken, but it was just it was touching. It was so touching, and it was just moving emotionally. Yeah, like it was a beautiful moment. Then they pretty much start their journey to make it to Seattle for the Washington Liberation Front, and to find Abby. And we see it cuts to a random group of Seraphites or Seraphites. I forgot how to say it, but I'm gonna call them zealots. We get to a group of zealots walking through the woods, surviving, led by a father and his daughter. They got one person trailing to make sure nobody's following them. Looks like they're migrating from one location to the next, trying to find out where they're going to be next. And then they get a warning from the guy in the back that some people are behind them. And then the cameras cut away as they go to hide. And as Ellie and Dina continue to make their way on their journey, they end up coming across the same pathway that they were walking and finding every single last one of them unalived. And that was crazy. I didn't think everybody was going to get taken out. I expected a few, but everybody was gone. Everybody was, flies was humming. Everybody was gone. And of course, that gross out Dina, she throws up. Ellie kind of is just stuck in shock. Sees the different rounds, so it looks like a bunch of different guns and ammunition was used. And they end up leaving from that place, kind of taking heed to everything that's going on. They have their moment where they kind of get rained out, so they set up camp under like a good rock, and have like a little conversation about the kiss that happened on New Year's Eve. Dina says that she's not gay, and wants to know how good of a kisser she is. Ellie gives her a 6, and she's like, well, I don't believe you. And she was like, I mean, you can always go back to Jesse. She was like, I already did. It's like, all right, Trick. Chill out, Dina. You're doing too much. You're doing too much right now. Shout out to Dina and Ellie. But yeah, it was just cute seeing them having their little moment or whatever. But yeah, just interesting. They finally arrived in Seattle. Beautiful shot of the city. And then we see Manny being the lookout in the city. He gets radioed to look in a specific position. I believe it was 3 to 5, but they originally had him looking at 6 and 8. So he checks 3 to 5. He's like, yeah, y'all good to go. And then we get our first look at the Washington Liberation Front. And we see they got tanks. They got a large amount of people marching behind the tanks. And this is going to get interesting. I never had well, I'm not going to say I never had a chance, but I didn't play Last of Us 2, so all of this story is new to me, except for what happened in episode 2. I knew that was going to happen. Didn't know it was going to happen in episode 2, so I was shocked about that. But I knew everything that happened was going to happen. It was unfortunate. It still shocked me, even though I knew it. And it still hit home. But for me, this particular episode, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Just the character work was beautiful. Loved it. It was kind of the traveling to Seattle that kind of took me out of it a little bit. But I get it. They had to get there. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the Washington Liberation Front interaction and them getting into Seattle is gonna work out, and what's gonna transpire with that. I'm excited to see where this story develops, how it ends, where it goes, and really truly see what happens. And yeah, man, I'm locked in. I was already locked in through season 1, even more locked in season 2. And yeah, I'm excited to see exactly what happens in this story and the character work in this episode. Chop man. Amazing. Well, let me know in the comments below if y'all enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you feel like I'm tripping with my review rating, or if you agree with me. Let's chop it up in the comments below about it. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. So stay locked in, stay tuned in, stay tapped in, and never forget, it's free soul to the soul free. Let's get it.